experience, do you feel that law firms understand the big picture when it comes to third-party funding?
Well, it's an interesting question. I've been funding for 15 years, and for a long time it was just me talking about funding. And we've definitely moved on. People understand broadly what funding is. I think where their law firms are a little bit stuck is they think that it's still for those people who have no money. What they're not understanding is their big corporate clients are coming to us and saying, can I have some of your funding? And can you tell me which law firm I should use for my dispute? That's a big change from where I started. And it just shifts the dynamic about how the funding and legal advice piece fits together.
And so basically, it's not just for the insolvent party.
It's the large corporates, it's banks, it's big entities who are now saying, I don't have the legal budget I used to have. I'm being asked to reduce it year on year. And yet I'm being asked to do the same things I always did, and I've got more claims I need to deal with. Now, the only answer to that is that they've got to find another source of finance to pay for those costs, and funding is a solution for that challenge.
And when law firms and their clients are shopping around for funders, what should be some of the key considerations?
Well, it's funny, one of the things I'm always amazed about is how rarely anybody asks us to prove we have the money we say we have. And if they're not asking us, then the lawyers and their clients are not asking others. It's so important to ask your funder to show that they have got money, and to go with that they are not using that money over and over again on several cases. So you could say I have 100 million whatevers, but if you're overcommitting that 5 times over, then actually you don't have 100 million whatevers, and that question's not being asked. The second question that's not really always asked as much as it ought to be, and it's a focus, is how much is your funder going to want to be involved in your case? And you can agree whatever you want to agree, but just understand that up front. And I think that's incredibly important. But people get very excited about things around disclosure and conflicts, certainly in the arbitration space. They're important. The starting point has to be, what is my relationship going to be with this funder, and are they going to be here all the way through to the end of my case?
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.